right, kids, everyone, pay attention, eyes forward. Hello. Listen, we need to get on with our class. We've got a lot to cover off this episode. I need to do that again. I said episode.
I didn't even notice.
I might edit because I like the start of it.
I thought that whole thing was funny, but even that last
All right.
one, that's good.
Okay. We've got a lot to cover off in this lesson, so could you all please calm the farm? Bianca, hey, look, eyes forward. Look into my eyes. Can you please stop talking, stop disrupting everyone else in the class? This is really disgraceful, and you often are an instigator here. Stop speaking. Did you hear me?
Yes, absolutely. This happened to me all the time. It was always me and the instigator, but not disrupting the whole class. But it was either me talking too much or I just wasn't I don't think I was even noticed of even being there at all.
Distracting. I was the distracting person. That was me. I was always
everybody, the whole class.
Disrupting the class.
Were you like the cool kid or not the cool kid? The annoying the annoying distractor.
I was either the joker, the farter, the loud farter, because those chairs made for a fantastic resonant sound.
I've never heard you fart.
No, well, I tell my kids I don't. I never have, but obviously.
Well, they'll know now.
That's right. But, oh, man, those plastic chairs, that was the funniest thing you could ever do in my school anyway.
I thought they were very painful, actually. Like on my back, my bone on my back, I always had a permanent bruise from those chairs.
They weren't particularly pleasant. But then again, school wasn't particularly pleasant as a whole, I don't think. I didn't like it.
No, I would say year 7 was hard because you're just learning new routines and new people. And then, but no one's a real shit then because they're all doing the same thing. And then year 8 and year 9 are the worst, I would say.
Okay.
You come out of it in year 10.
I think I was lucky in that I had a couple of cool people by proxy. So starting year 7, there was a neighbour of one of my close family friends who was also there, and he was like year 10 or 11 or something, and he was one of the cool kids. And so I was being harassed,
I didn't say I wasn't cool.
Just to clarify, assumed not. So if you're telling me otherwise,
did you think I wasn't cool?
Oh God, no, I don't think you. Yeah, no. Oh no, I think you could probably. Did you hang out with the cool kids?
I tried.
Right.
Oh no, so my best friend sort of stopped. We stopped being best friends because she just naturally was in the cool group, and then I was kind of hanging off that cool group for a while. And then up until probably year 9, that's when a new girl came to school, and I'd like to say we created our alternative cool group.
Yes.
So we were the Doc Martens and so we still got invited to all the parties. There's just a couple of us, so we weren't in the main cool girl group.
Okay, that's very similar. Year 7 and 8 was me either spending time reading Asterix in the library, or playing sports, like whatever was going on, cricket or football or wrestling or whatever was happening during that time. And I had particular friends. But then year sort of 9, I discovered my best friend came to school, and so we formed a group with again another sort of very popular guy who was he was tall, handsome. He was an amazing guitar player. All the girls loved him. Most unfortunately, I've just discovered he passed away this week as well. It was just out of the blue. That's pretty weird. Getting to that age. But yeah, he was. So I was sort of hanging out with the cool kids at the time. But there was also another guy who actually still lives near me, and he was clearly autistic.
Yes.
And he had an English accent, and everyone had always talked to him in an English accent, but he wouldn't respond much. He was unbelievably shy, and he would walk around the school every single lunchtime he would walk around the school, and I was fascinated by him. So I started walking with him and asking him questions, and he told me about the routes he went around. He planned his routes around the school, and I really enjoyed his company. We were both
Oh,
quiet, and we just chat a little bit. Um, so funny when you look back at this sort of stuff, and I can't wait to see him. He walks past my house sometimes, and I'm going to be asking him if he's been diagnosed.
oh, wait, have you said hello to each other?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, so you know each other.
yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
that
Nice,
is
nice guy. But yeah,
interesting.
year nine onwards was different. And then I moved schools in year 11, and that's when everything changed for me. All of a sudden, I think just in every way, it was like it was my time to
You
shine.
blossomed. You
I
blossomed.
blossomed. I had the
Mhm.
pimples were gone, and I had terrible acne before then, which is
Wow.
why I would be obsessed with the girls, and they would, they'd be want to be friends with me. I got no attention whatsoever, and but from year 11, all of a sudden I lost some weight. That's what was leading up to our last podcast,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then I started getting attention. That didn't help in a lot of ways. It was great, but it didn't help. And
Right.
I was just a popular. I was hanging around all the drama kids, so I could hang around every single group at that point. Didn't matter who they were, the music kids, the drama kids, the sporty kids, whatever. I was able to get along with all of them. It was very different.
Yeah, well, I would love to know what other people actually thought of
Mm.
me in school because I just think I just was. I think I ended up where there was a group of the four of us, the two girls, two boys, who were quite close. And I mean, we went to all the parties, but we were a four. And if we weren't going to a party, we were just with each other, hanging out at someone's house, and we just
Right.
kept it that way. And I think it kept us safe.
Yes.
Um, yeah, so in relationships with each other, like boy, girl,
Yeah.
um,
Yep.
and that's yeah, I think that was probably worked well for us. But yeah, the whole school thing, it was just awkward.
Hmm.
Yeah, sick to the stomach. I think until year 10, I think, and then year 10, everyone just either the shit kids left the school or they just
Chilled out.
became nicer.
Yeah. Yep. I think that's very much the case. You mentioned the word awkward. Uh, I thought that's a good lead into our autistic moments because
Oh
I got
yeah.
I got something an awkward story
Oh good.
that's related to school. So should we get into it?
Let's do it.
Autistic moments.
What now? Okay, so let me take you back to 1989, I think it was, or maybe it was 1990. No, it was 89. It was in year 11.
Mm.
As I said, I was starting to, get a bit more attention, and I was feeling really confident in myself. And it was also around the time that 21 Jump Street. Do you remember that show?
Of course.
That was really popular at the time, and I loved the show. I thought it was awesome. Now, let me just also, while I'm talking to you, send
Yeah.
you a little picture, and I promise I'll put it the onto the Facebook page. I'm just going to
Yes.
put it in here now, so you can have a look on Messenger.
Oh,
Now, so what? Don't say anything when you're looking at, but I just want you to see the picture as I'm discussing. So 21 Jump Street had a whole lot of. It was very part of
oh.
the fashion was all over the place, and because they had to
Yes.
keep changing. One of my favorite fashions from that show was the Mexican gangs, and for some reason, I thought that that was possibly a really good way to go when we had a free dress day for me to go Mexican gang. And so I'm showing you the picture so you can help describe what it is. Would you call it a check shirt? A long sleeve check shirt?
Well, you wouldn't call it like a flannelette, a cotton
Flannelette?
flannelette
Exactly.
shirt.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So
And
that's what so you had the flannelette shirt, you had which was longer sleeves. You also had longer sleeve white top behind underneath that.
yes.
And then you tuck that in with a belt into some jeans as well, and some like black shoes. Like it didn't matter. I don't think I cared about the shoes at the time, but it was all about the top half. And so the flannelette shirt, you buttoned just the top button
I've never
only.
seen that. I don't remember that, like that
No,
fashion. And then,
really? Oh no, I was obsessed with this look.
oh,
I thought this was
this is what
was
was
going
inside.
to be finally finally going to be my look. I had a lot of looks throughout the years, which were
Yeah.
all incredibly embarrassing, but this was just another one of them. I
And
also
did
rolled
you
the
go for
sleeves up on the
Gracie?
flannelette shirt as well, to show the white long sleeve shirt underneath.
So what about the
So
greasy hair on top?
yeah, I slicked back.
Do
I
you have a
slicked back
photo
my
of
hair
this?
as well.
Because the photo you've shown me is not you,
No,
unless you tanned your face.
but
Yeah, so I would like to see you wearing these clothes.
well, I'll tell you, I felt pretty good about myself heading there, and I remember I must have been late to school or something because I recall very much the moment where I entered the school grounds and I was walking down towards my class. No one was around, but as I was walking down, I had I had this hip hop music going on in my head, and I was feeling good. And then I saw myself in a mirror, like a reflection of the glass, and saw what a complete fool I looked like.
Oh,
And thankfully, before anyone else could see me, everything had changed. I'd done all
wow.
the buttons up, I'd pulled the flannelette sleeves down, untucked the shirt, and completely gave up on the look.
Yeah.
I thought I was being confident. I thought I could pull it off, but I knew as soon as I saw myself and looked at my eyes looked back at me, and my brain said, "You're an idiot.
Well, that's really
Please
good
do
that you
something
could
about it."
see that at the time. That you can
Well,
tell. That's
I
weird.
just wish I'd been able to look at it beforehand, before I went to all the trouble of
Mm.
getting all dressed up and obsessing over it.
Mm.
But yes, at least I had the wherewithal to notice that, because it would have been one of the worst days of my life. I'm sure I would have just been mocked unmerciful
Yes, right. Well,
coming in
like
as a gang member.
I feel that this is a little bit of an anticlimax compared to your last
Oh,
one.
look.
This one is good. I'm not gonna laugh. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm hoping there's not going to be so many shameful stories as that one.
Yeah. Well, what I think we do need though is a photo of you like that, and
I
then
don't know.
I would might laugh. Then I might laugh.
I've got a lot of embarrassing photos. I don't think I've got that particular one.
Okay. Well, we could reenact. Put it together. Why not?
All right. All right. I'm sure I can figure that out.
Okay, so we have a podcast. Well, what
Yes.
do you call this? A segment that you have actually been
Mm.
speaking to your lovely daughter.
Hmm.
You say something now. Go.
What am I supposed to say? Well, okay. So just to set this up, my daughter came home from school. She just seemed a bit distracted and quiet. And then quite later on that night, probably about 10:30, she came into the living room and was incredibly upset. Didn't want to go to school the next day. So we had a discussion then for a little while, and then I said to her, "Look, the way I see it is that sometimes I need a mental health day from work. That's fine. If you feel like you can't, we'll talk about it tomorrow." And then it occurred to me, maybe it'd make a good topic as well as a good discussion to share
Mm.
with other people who've got who are parents and who might remember their times at school as well. And I thought it would be good for her as well, and I think it was. And she's wanted to be on the podcast, so I gave her the opportunity.
So you obviously let her listen to it, and she has consented to us putting it on here.
Yes,
That is
she
good.
has.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing it, and then it's going to be weird because I'm going to be listening to it, and I won't be able to talk at the time, so I'll have to take some notes as it's playing out.
Go for it. Take some notes.
I will play the music. No,
Music. I've got music for every single transition we do. Oh, God.
play the podcast. Play
No,
the.
I'm going to make some music now. As soon as you do that, my brain starts to go, well, now I've got to do it. So I'm going to do it. Here it is.
Okay.
I asked my daughter to come on the podcast, and then Bianca, she made me write this. I asked my daughter to come on the podcast. I think she did pretty well. Anyway, this is the interview. Enjoy.
Well, I haven't made it yet, but what did you think?
Oh, that was really good.
Really good, wasn't it?
That was
Yeah.
really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm super proud with that one.
I was bopping away. Yes. All right. So now.
Okay, let's play it. We're playing it. Go.
Hello, I'm Eloise. I am Daniel's daughter. I've got Winnie with me. She's my dog. I feel like I'm a bit too close to the microphone.
No, that's perfect.
Okay. And I'm with Winnie, so if you hear a random snorting sound, that is her because she's a tiny chihuahua.
That's what chihuahuas do. They make these lovely snorty sounds.
Yeah.
And that's how she communicates.
Yeah, so Bianca isn't here today.
No, not today. We're doing this ad hoc because Eloise is home today and not at school.
Yep.
And I thought that might be interesting for us to have a chat about.
Yeah.
So what happened last night?
Well, I've been quite stressed recently going to school. It's been very difficult, and I feel like last night I just lost it. I had a full-on breakdown. And it's weird because I'm very, like that. I'm very emotionally intelligent. I usually know why. But I'm not really sure why it was. I feel like I just got sort of sick of, functioning like an autistic person at school and going every day, and I think I just got sick of it.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of what happens for everyone, but it just happens to happen perhaps a bit more extremely for autistic people, which is having whatever one you want to call it. You could call it a meltdown or something like that. And the trick is, I think, is that perhaps it's not always necessarily useful to look at the specifics about what the meltdown is in regards to content. Because last night we were having a discussion, there was a lot of content about what is the issue. And I think upon reflection, a lot of the time that sort of thing can be an interpretation. I'm having this experience, and then I'm trying to make sense of it. But if there's more than one thing going on, if your cup have the runneth over, sometimes there could be a whole lot of different things which could be leading to this sort of meltdown time.
Yeah.
So what do you think are some of the things, without worrying about the specifics, what are some of the things you think which would have made your cup run over?
Well, sort of, I mask a lot. People don't really realise that I'm autistic, and I think I mask more than most autistic people. Like, even at home I mask, which is, I don't really know how to unmask, so I'm very exhausted most of the time, and I usually have to hide that. And just the dynamic of school I got sick of, because no matter what school I go to, I am the quiet, weird one who has to sort of avoid getting attention drawn to. And all the stupid popular people, they get praised, and it feels like it's so easy for them to just function.
Yeah, there's these levels of hierarchy that occur not just in a school, but in every aspect of our life. For me, I just happen to be, if you want to call it lucky, because I'm the right colour, I'm pretty much the right height and the right age to be on top of the totem pole because I'm a white male man. And so no matter what facet of our culture you talk about, there's always going to be some sort of hierarchy. So for you, sometimes the focus will be on our last podcast, which was positive and negative, and the choice of which one you want to spend your time focusing on. In turn to that, you could also say that there's a lot of positives to being autistic and being in that situation as well. And maybe you should try and think about some now. Some of the things that you think do make your brain type something that's good about that.
Well, I'm used to complaining about it. I complain about it a lot. So it's going to take a long time and a lot of maturing to sort of see it as a positive thing, because I'm a part of the ICANN network, and I did a speech about autism, and it was mostly positive. But I think when I'm not trying to advocate for it, I view it quite negatively. But one thing is that when I listen to music at school and I do work, so this was yesterday, I did humanities work, and I finished it all like double the speed than all the people in my class, because I was listening to music. And then I was playing my games, because that's basically the only thing that I can do that's considered normal, that's like fidgeting for me. So, and the teacher came over and he was like, "Hey, you're playing games?" I was like, "I finished all the work, all the slides, I've done everything, I've finished all the homework." And he was like, "Oh, okay, that's..."
That reaction's interesting to me, because immediately when you said his reaction, I thought to myself, well, there's an opportunity for you to have a discussion and say,
Yeah,
guess
did.
what? Yeah. And then to come to some sort of understanding about what you can do when you get to the point where you're like starting to get bored and you've done your work. You can come to an agreement about what you can do, and that's something you can discuss with him.
Yeah, I said that's the beauty of autism. You either do everything or you do nothing.
That can be the case. And when you have something that you do, you can get very good at it, can't you?
Yeah.
What are the things you think you do that are pretty darn good?
Well, I'm really awful at talking positive about myself, but at all. I don't do it. You would know this. I only started accepting compliments last year. Only learn how to, and I'm still pretty bad at it.
Well, they don't have a class for that. Maybe we should tell them they need a class for how to take good comments 1A.
And how to
because
say
I would
them
have loved
about
that.
yourself.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. And
Well,
so
I have nothing to say.
no,
know.
I'm the same. And so I have been taught, educated about this to basically say thank you.
Yeah.
and take that thank you for how it's meant. I'll give you a brief example about this podcast. I've had one very old friend that I've known from kindergarten, and another friend who's a neighbour who I've known for about 5 years now. Both listen to the podcast, and both are really enjoying it. And their positive feedback and their praises were very difficult to take on. Very difficult, because my initial reaction is to find the negative in it. But now I'm aware of that, I go, okay, that's my first response, which I'm now going to ignore, and I'm going to say thank you and find some sort of ways to respond in as best means I can without cringing too much.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that is hard. I'm not saying it's easy. Yeah. I said to you last night, some of these things take years. Not as long as me. It's not going to take as long for you as it does me, because I'm having to start very late on.
Yeah.
And my brain is slowing down, not speeding up. So there's a lot of things that we have parallels in how we think, but also in our experiences. Now, the weird thing is that you're going to have all these experiences knowing what you know. Yeah. Having support mechanisms in place to get you through those horrible bumpy times where it's just overwhelming. But you know that happens, and that will happen. But you also know that there's something at the end of that. There's something that follows, which is not so bad. Mm. So can you picture yourself as me as a child, and are you able to imagine yourself as a child who doesn't know what is going on in your brain, has had no conversations with anyone? What would that feel like? Well,
I had that for through most of primary school. I got diagnosed when I was 11, and my brother got diagnosed when he was, how old was he?
He was younger. He's a boy, of course.
He's a boy, so he got diagnosed earlier. But I I mean, when I did, it was awful. It was some of the worst years of my life. I got bullied. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I had no friends whatsoever. And it was awful. So when they told me, they sat me down and they said, you have autism. And I thought this was just another thing, like you have asthma or you have a common cold. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I Googled straight after that what autism is, because I'd never heard of it before.
It's not a wart. Okay.
It's not a wart on the back of my foot.
Some sort of weird growth coming
And
out.
I saw videos on it of people with quite severe autism, and I was like, that's what I have that? I have that? And then I started doing a lot of research on it with symptoms and videos, and that became one of my special interests, with understanding and helping other people, including my friends, figure out their autism. So it was a very positive thing for me, and I feel like it is for most. Even if it is hard at the start to sort of accept it.
Exactly. So when you come to times like last night, when it was just the lowest of the low, you had run out of you'd run out of ability to mask, you'd run out of just energy altogether. So you went through that. How do you feel about it the next day?
Well, I feel completely different at home how I do at school, because school has always been negative in my eyes. Even if I'm at a pretty good school now, it's always been people-wise, student-wise, it's always been a negative thing. It's been more positive now, but when I go to school, I wear a mask every single day, figuratively and literally. I go to school and I will have a panic attack if I do not hide my face. I do not have that at home at all. I can be myself at home. I can function at home. I can talk about things at home. I can focus. It's nearly two completely different people. So yeah. So I'm trying to get
Look, I
past
know,
school.
I know what you mean. That is always going to be the case. That school is going to be more difficult for an autistic person because it's not been set up.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot of things on the side. Particularly this school is really good at that sort of thing. But what this school is doing, and all these schools are doing, and it's an unfortunate reality, is educating you on the differences and educating you on this is a man's world. This is a neurotypical world.
Heterosexual world.
Exactly. It's all these worlds. However, what you do with this time and that knowledge is the most important part of this. What you do knowing that knowledge is power. That's what Hannah Gatsby, remember when she was told that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bid you good day. What you do with that information is up to you. That is more profound than it sounds, and just being a couple of sentences. It's what you do with that information that makes all the difference for your outcomes throughout your future. And I think that's one thing I think I'm very good at that you can be learning from, and that is I advocate for myself. I think bugger it. And because that part of that's probably age. You get to the age where you're like, screw you. I do what I'm doing what I want now. I don't care.
I've dealt with that enough.
You got it. But I remember that time. For me, at your age, back at school, I remember that time that I was...
Somebody's calling me. Mum, how dare you?
How rude.
How rude.
There's been no snorting, by the way.
No.
So far, which is
really?
good. No, I haven't heard any snorting whatsoever.
What if I put Winnie next to the microphone?
What do you have to say, Winnie?
What do you have to say? Go.
No.
No snorting?
No snorting.
She's been very good.
Oh.
She should have her own podcast.
We can hear it.
Oh, yeah. She should have her own podcast.
That's right.
I'll just be studying, and I'll have a Winnie podcast, and then I'll just randomly hear...
Oh, we've done what we do with and the rest of the podcast with Bianca. I've forgotten what we were talking about now.
Yep.
Talking about me when I was your age. Oh, that's right. And I was going to say that, yeah, there's that element of paranoia when you were talking. There's this element of paranoia which I experienced as well, which is like everyone's watching me,
Yeah.
everyone's judging me. And I'd said to you last night, I think it's quite fortunate. The reality is that's not what happens.
Yeah.
People don't care.
Yeah.
Humans
Mum's calling
don't
me
care.
again. This is how protective my mum is over me.
I
She
know.
will keep
Well,
calling me.
while I'm talking, you can text her and say, I'm recording a podcast right now.
Yes.
So that level of paranoia occurred to me as well. And also the level of how upset I would become.
Yeah.
Paranoia runs deep. Paranoia and being incredibly hurt by things people say
Yeah.
was one of the worst parts of my schooling. That
Yeah.
I had the same experience and I would not tell anyone about it. So for me, I never spoke about it. I just kept it inside. And that was damaging. That causes damage that you have to try and undo for the rest of your life. So we certainly don't want that
No.
for you. We want you to acknowledge, talk about it, which is exactly what you've done, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And then when you're aware of it, you do have that ability to simply go, oh, this is happening. This is what I'm going to do next, because we're so predictable.
Yeah.
You know, you can say, oh, this is what's going to happen next. So I'm going to find some negative aspects to it. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to ignore that and I'm going to say, screw that, or find something positive, or just get on with other things.
Yeah.
Something that you enjoy. Part of that process with your teacher and teachers is to find an activity during the times when you're having anxiety, is to what task could you do? And it could even be leaving the room. It just depends on how you want. My
bad
take
it
on this
is.
is what I do at work. I tell everyone everything. I tell them when I'm feeling anxious. I tell them I need to go out for a walk now, because I'm educating them as well, and they're going to educate people around them.
Yeah.
And I take that as an important responsibility. But I'm not expecting you or anyone else listening to that if they feel they have the capability of doing that.
Yeah.
You know, it may be hard, and I think that's okay. But there's limits to what you should do. But any option you have of advocating for yourself and also communicating, making it and normalizing what is normal, because it is normal, and do what the hell you want to do.
Yeah.
You tell them, and instead of having that, I wonder what they're thinking. Don't give them the opportunity to say, I'm having an anxiety attack at the moment. I'm going to go out for a walk.
Yeah, I tell my friends sometimes when
Yeah.
I'm having it. They can usually tell because I go quite quiet.
Yes.
Because I internalize it a lot. But
Yeah. I've done that all my life, and now I'm not going to.
yeah.
I think, yeah, bring out your inner stubbornness. It makes it difficult as a parent when you do that, but I think it's a good skill to have, to be incredibly stubborn about what the hell you want
Yeah.
out of your schooling, your day, your class, all that sort of stuff. You have permission to be a bit annoying and a bit demanding. All these are things are good things if they come from the right place.
Yeah.
And the reality is, from your perspective, people are looking anyway. So you may as well give them give them the information, and they're going to have to work hard to try and figure out what to say next.
Yeah.
You know, you're not explaining anything to anyone. You just it's just a fact of life. You know, I'm autistic, and I'm in a school where, you know, it's mostly neurotypical, lot like you are. And this is what I need to do now. But they can also see how good you are at certain things too.
Yeah.
So year 8 is what you are in at the moment, and that's the toughest year, I think, of all of them.
Yeah.
It's when people are at their most awful as well. My year 8, I was put in a class in year 8 because I was a distracting person, apparently. I caused distractions. And so I was put in the bad kids class. They decided at my school to put every bad kid in one class.
God.
Really bad idea. Really bad idea because we were shocking. And I'm not a bad person. I wasn't a bad kid. It's just that I've lost concentration because I had ADHD and I just lost focus. And I would get bored as well. But other kids were just a-holes.
Yeah.
So we had them all there. And the poor teachers. And so my year 8, nothing got learnt. I learned nothing that year because we were just such an awful class and we were disrupting the teacher.
Yeah,
The
our
teachers were
class was
losing their
awful.
minds. Yeah, it was happening all the time.
Yeah, we've made our French teacher cry. It was, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, and that's just, it's also, you can project that into your future as well.
Yeah.
That whatever sort of work you get into, there's always going to be someone who's an a-hole, who's like you, who's
Who's like an a-hole like me.
an a-hole. Yeah, exactly.
An a-hole, an
Yeah.
idiot who's just like you.
Exactly. Just
Ruins everything.
ruins the party. Well, you're a party pooper, so you joined us.
Yeah, well, I'm not late to the party. I'm early. Well, I'm just on time, maybe.
Well,
Which is very unrealistic because I'm late to everything.
well, there you go. See, parties. Do you like to show up on time? Do you? Do you like to leave early or late? or-
Depends what party it is.
Right.
Like, Bianca's daughter, she had a party and I was having an awful day and I could just not do it. I would not be able to function at that party, and if I did, I probably wouldn't talk. But I think, like, say if I have a party to go to of one of my friends who's undiagnosed of autism, and I think we're just going to a cat cafe and it'll be really lovely. So that's like a party, but that'll be
Exactly.
a good party. So think it
Exactly. A
depends.
good party. So the people you were talking about last night who were saying, I wish I was like them,
Yeah.
they're those people who want to go to big loud parties, play lots of loud music,
yeah,
spend 3 hours getting ready to look hot and to do everything they can to get the attention of someone, to only say things they know are going to be safe.
yeah,
Never say anything interesting because that's dangerous. Saying something interesting is really dangerous.
yeah.
Even jokes. They're the sort of people we're talking about.
It is for girls. It's dangerous. It's not as much for guys. You can say the most offensive thing ever and be like, it's just a joke. Get over it.
It's for boys. It can often, some will often be how they react to someone else's conversations or comments.
Yeah.
Are you going to call them out? Because that's what boys need to do.
I have once. It was online to the entire class group chat last year.
Yes.
So I feel like that'd be something I'd usually regret, but I don't. 'Cause
No.
He was just being really homophobic, and I was like, you know what, I'm done with this.
And this is what I mean. Like, you've got your mother's ability to lawyer up.
Yep.
And so I don't know why you don't at school lawyer up. And we need to watch She-Hulk so you can watch what She-Hulk does, because at the moment you are the character before she becomes Hulk,
Yeah.
and you need to become a She-Hulk. And she's the aspect of both those things. She doesn't lose those elements of who she is, but she has something else added to it, which gives her just another piece of armor.
Yeah.
And
Should I become a huge, tall monster?
but yes, in your head, yes. Choose whatever color you want. I think it should be rainbow colors. And
Yeah.
you can just become, you know what you should be called?
Yep.
Les Hulk.
Les Hulk.
Les
Yeah.
Hulk, who's rainbow colored, gigantic, and has Doc Martens, and is wearing her father's t-shirts all the time, and just Les Hulk's the day away at school.
Les is an awesome name. It's like Liz, but it's Les.
Yes, but it's a guy's name though, isn't it? It's a very old. There was a little Les's back in the
Is that
day.
an actual name?
Yeah, Les.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a big name for my parents' generation.
Oh.
The baby boomers, there was a lot of Leses out there.
There was a lot of Leses out there.
There are. There's a lot of Leses now.
You dated one.
I did, indeed. I did. Before she knew she was Les. Yes.
Yeah, and I'm able to talk about this stuff with my parents and even my grandparents. That's so rare.
Yeah, and think about how much they've educated themselves over the last 4 years has been amazing.
I know. They've grown, especially, I think it's just been my grandpa the most. He's grown so much.
Seriously.
Yeah. So, I'm very much Les Hulk around my grandparents.
Yes.
I'll tell them what to do.
Yeah. So you have that. It's not easy as if you even have to learn like I have to. You got it already. And so you got this little ace under your sleeve, and for some reason you're letting it sit there and get all sweaty and fall apart into pieces sometimes. That ace card needs to be
I
brought
just
out.
don't want unwanted attention. I just don't want...
But your perspective is you're getting attention anyway.
Yeah.
So you may as well have control of the attention.
Yeah.
I mean, why the hell not?
Yeah.
All right, so we're getting towards the half-hour mark. I think that's probably...
We are?
Yes,
What?
that's probably enough for the moment. But if you would like to, we would love to have you back on the podcast.
Yes, please. Yes.
All right. There will be a payment, and that will be I need to be provided 5 examples of Les Hulk before you can come back. And they have to be at school.
5 examples? Oh, I thought you meant you like 5 drawings or something.
No, 5 examples of where you've Les Hulked,
Okay.
and then you can come back.
Yep. Okay.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you.
So that was the interview with my daughter, Eloise. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked it.
Wow, that was really. I have a lot of thoughts and notes.
Mm-hmm.
That was really. I thought it was really interesting to see the way. Even though I see you talking to her a lot, I don't see those long conversations, and that is the longest I've ever seen her talk, because it's normally like a hey and just a hey and then just a couple of words. But that was really interesting, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say I really love Eloise's words as she's in it at the moment, but it also makes me very grateful that I'm not in it at the moment, my year 7 to 9. I guess I think I was, in hindsight, I guess I was the quiet sort of weird one too, like she says she was, until I began masking in probably year 8, year 9, and then I became a different person.
Right.
So Eloise said that things are so easy for like the annoying sort of popular people, but I think that we still need to remember that everyone has their own shit going on.
Yep.
It's just she can't see that, so some are just better at hiding it than other people. So, and I think that when you look back on that, like as an adult, I can look back and think, oh, that person, oh, look, that wasn't right, or that was weird. They must have had things going on. But at the time when you're in it, you can't actually see that.
Yeah, and they're scared. A lot of them are too scared to say anything wrong. So you can imagine what that feels like to never feel like you can actually express yourself in any way you want, like I think we both enjoy doing, but they don't, because they're so concerned that they're going to lose points. You know, have you seen Black Mirror? Have you seen any episodes of Black Mirror?
No.
There's an amazing one where it's all about sort of a social media thing where every interaction you have, the person has to rate you. And that's, over the top sort of way of what it's like, I think, particularly for popular kids. So, yeah, I do tell her that. I said, just because you can't see and you think everything's perfect, below the surface, it never is. It really isn't.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, agree. Moving on to the next topic that I thought about was the part about the compliments, like I just find that so fascinating, and how you were saying that you always just went to the negative in things. Okay, so what about if I could teach both of you about compliments. I am really good at it, I think. So things like, what about if I said to you, listening to that interview, I could see how well and how connected you are with your child, with your daughter. I thought it was really great.
I could do better. I could do more.
Oh, is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
What do you mean you could show us more, or you could
No, I can always do better. There's probably ways I could have
You're
got my
actually
point
really
across
thinking that.
better, and
Okay, but
I feel like I'm still screwing up.
okay, I don't really care if you feel that way, because I'm actually giving you a compliment, and you should feel grateful that I'm giving you a moment and giving you some
I'm giving
space.
you my internal dialogue here. It's an internal dialogue.
No, but I'm saying change your mind, change the way you're thinking, and
Right.
you should be thinking I'm giving you, just listen, you're giving you a moment. I'm taking time out of my life, which is a short life, to tell you that, to give you this feedback that I think is really great, and you should be grateful to me for doing that.
I'm
Okay?
not.
You're not grateful that I did that.
I think maybe you should fill your time in with something else then.
No, but you should be grateful that I said
Oh.
that. I wasted my time. Then next time I won't.
No, I do. We talked about that, didn't we? And I did say that, yeah, you have to teach yourself to sort of ignore the initial response. Sometimes it'll pop out in your brain, and try and twist it to something else that's positive, that's going to be good for you and good for the person who's actually giving you the feedback or the compliment. So I agree. It's I'm learning to ignore that initial internal dialogue, say thank you, and then try to absorb what's been said.
Well, I think for me, maybe it's because I agree with them. Maybe that's why I like it, because I actually agree. Because if they say, "Oh wow, your hair looks great," I'm like, "Thanks, yeah," and I'm excited because I totally agree with what you're saying right now. But if you gave me a compliment that I didn't agree with, Bianca, you are
Eloquent.
Eloquent. Bianca, your words are so clear and slow. I understand, and I can take in everything you say when you're on the podcast. I would say I'd just call bullshit. Yeah, I'd just say, well, no, that's not the case. I know how things are, but I don't think I'm warped in my thinking. So if anyone is going to compliment me, I get excited. Like, I'm excited now, because I just think you should just try a few different compliments for me. Go, just whack it out. Just go.
I think it's a wonderful thing that you speak so fast sometimes, because sometimes it's about words by minute, like as a typist, than the actual content itself. I mean, surely that's a good thing. If you're able to spread a whole lot of words out really quickly, the content doesn't matter so much. And I think that's something you're really good at.
Okay. Oh, thanks very much, Dan. Yeah. Okay. And now I'm thinking about that, and I tend to agree. Yeah.
Really? I was just trying to be overtly insulting.
Oh, I'll take anything. I'm just like, yep. And so then, as we just said, that it's very apparent that by how you speak to Eloise, and obviously your son as well, that you're incredibly helpful to them. I guess you can really remember and relate, and I'm the same with that. But most parents don't have these conversations,
yes,
and these connections with their children, especially those cool kids. Those cool kids' parents, they don't have these conversations. And so most of them will still be stuck, I think, at the same place when they're older as they are now, because they don't ever get that opportunity to grow.
Yes. You're building. Did
you like what I just said?
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's what you're building long term. You're thinking and parenting long term, which is so much more important than that moment.
As a child, I guess a young person, she can only see the shit kid. And so once she gets older, and she will see those shit kids, it's going to obviously take years until she sees where they're at in their 20s, and she'll be shocked. She'll be like, they are still shit. They're still
battling with the same issues and relationship issues and all these sorts of things that that she's long past and dealt with.
And then look, I try. I always come at things with with a good heart. But I see how amazing you are with them. But I also find it flabbergasts me how much you have lacked in looking at not looking at yourself, but you've missed so much. But you were so good with them.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Because I didn't get compliments really.
Oh,
It was
right.
always criticisms when I was younger, mostly. And it could be that my memory is warped.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. You could forget
but
things.
I no, I got a lot of criticisms because I wasn't doing so well in school and all those sorts of aspects we've talked about. So I don't I would have got some, but not a lot. So I've said this before with parents and step parents and so forth. Is I think I've learnt more about what not to be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. And then I think one more thought I have on your chat was just when you were talking about how you let everyone at work know, everybody to know how you're
Hmm.
feeling. I'm feeling this way right now. I'm feeling this way. So I've always had anxiety and I guess a quirky way of thinking. But
Yep.
I only started, I guess, communicating my thoughts probably after my first child. And then Jen, your wife, has said to me on a number of occasions she can see how much growth I've had. But then I've been thinking about it like just the last couple of days. I don't really think that that's the case. I think I just tell people how I'm feeling now, whereas I just always had it inside me before. So
Hmm.
it's helping them understand. It doesn't help me at all. So it's not like I have grown.
You have
I've
though.
just allowed you to see things.
No, I think
I'm just
no.
helping neurotypicals by giving them the information. It doesn't help me.
I still think you've done a lot of hard work to skill up on certain aspects of you and the way that you communicate and think. I still think all that's happened.
You
So
seem
it's not just
confident.
you giving giving people more internal information. I think there's more to it than that. I think you have grown over the years that we've known you.
You think I've grown?
Yes, in wisdom,
Oh, thanks.
in self reflection. Those things are hard. Self reflection is one of the hardest things to do. It's something that a lot of people stop doing in their 20s and to say I am who I am. And I've never subscribed to that idea. I think we all have to keep growing and
So you know
self-reflect.
what? I must stop you right there, male. I think that
Mailman.
males stop in their 20s. Women blossom in their 30s and 40s and 50s and leave the men behind. That's what
Yes.
look, men and women, this is a general thing because, I mean, some people identify who were born with a male, female, blah, blah, blah. But from what I have seen and talking to a couple of friends, not your wife, so don't worry, yeah, the men will stop their
Hmm.
growth in their 20s.
Yes.
And then that's it. They've gone, yep, done that. And then they don't need to do that anymore with the
They
women.
don't, because you've got to think again. I love thinking long term, not short term. Long term. When in evolutionary psychology, they talk about this that yeah, sometimes when you're looking at human behavior, you have to think way back before we all started becoming crowds of people and started to socialize together. We were in smaller groups, and the way even our genes work for men is that we were dead in our 20s
Yes.
because we were often the ones who were putting ourselves in more dangerous situations, and so yeah, we were dead. So our whole genetic makeup is designed to peak in our 20s and then kind of do whatever you can do after that. That's very much. Whereas for generalized forms, women often the grandmother is also an incredibly important part of a culture, whereas an older man possibly not is going to be that useful. So they probably never helped with the kids a great deal. They helped teach the next kids how to hunt and so forth. I think there's an element of that comes into play, that we've still got these old brains,
Yeah.
and that's
That's very true, isn't it? Because the old man generally doesn't do a whole lot.
no, they don't.
Hmm.
That's not going to be me because I'm aware of it and I make sure that's not the case. But I'm still battling against my genes of constantly hurting my knees, and my brain's going to start getting slower, but I'm just going to have to do whatever I can to keep ticking on.
Why are you hurting your knees?
Oh, because I'm old. I'm getting old and everything hurts.
Oh. Okay. I'm not there yet. I'm still a lot younger. I'm just still early mid-40s.
Yes. Even then, it was everything worked properly. Now nothing works.
Yes. Well, now I just feel like I need to talk to Eloise and say,
Yeah, I know.
great work. I really liked it.
Yep.
And I'm also quite made me laugh. Oh, Les, like she's
Les
never
Hulk?
heard the name Les. She's never heard it before. I know Les's. I know Les's.
I know. There's no leses anymore. Well, that's why it was so fun having that conversation, using the word les
Yes.
from my age when I'm talking about leses, and then it all just became a mix up of the same word and
Yeah,
the different
that's right.
terminologies of les. But I do love finding a term that you can cling on to and use.
Yes.
Instead of
Les
just a
Hulk.
generalized concept or an idea. I think the idea of her turning into Les Hulk
Yeah.
is something she could utilize in school.
Well, I mean, you're saying that, but then, gosh, it's one thing saying it, and another thing to do that. That would be terrifying. Like to be jumping there and be a Les Hulk in, just with all those cool kids. I think it would be really difficult.
You've seen Jen. Have you ever seen her deal with a-holes?
I mean, I've seen her deal with annoying children on a playground. She's very good at that.
She's good at dealing with anyone, and Eloise has got those genes. She's picked that up, so she deals with us, her grandparents, anyone she's comfortable with, really amazingly. So she just needs to utilize those skills at school too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. All right. And then I think it was a good episode. I think that next time let's make it let's have a party, a happy, fun party.
Okay.
That's that they've been really good issues. And I love that we've been talking about, but
it's been some heavy stuff.
I think so. So I think we should make it fun and light, and I'll be funny, you'll be funny.
That's a lot of pressure.
To be funny?
Yes. You don't say it.
I am funny. I know I'm funny.
Hang on, what did your children say though? You've said this before. You said you think you're funny, but then if you asked your kids' friends, what would they say?
Oh, my kids' friends. They would say, well, I do ask them. I do ask my kids' friends. I even asked your daughter, asked Eloise if she thinks I'm funny, and she said she does think I'm funny.
I think you just want it to be true, and
she couldn't really say no.
You just take the lie.
She couldn't.
I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I guess so. All right.
All right, we'll have to think about what subject we're going to talk about then. If anyone's got some suggestions, please tell us.
Absolutely. Tell us. And also you can not pass it on, send on the link to your friends and family and whoever else or someone you think.
Oh, and if you've got your own autistic moments, seeing mine was trashed this time, maybe you should. Someone could send us their autistic moments. You can either do it by text or audio.
Better than Dan's one though. And Dan is really good. You're a good storyteller, so you could read it out with gusto.
Or they can audio. They record themselves if they feel comfortable as well. Yes. But either way.
No, we won't shit can it. We just won't put it on if it's not good.
That's true. Yes,
it's no embarrassment.
You didn't make the cut. Now, before we go, just quickly, I want to mention that our children have got their own podcast out that you should also listen to. It's called Rocking Autism. Now, they promoted us on their first episode or second episode, so I think we need to return the favour.
Oh, that's true. It is very cute. It's like they're only 15-minute episodes, but I guess targeted towards other children. Yep. But also Dan has jazzied it up, so it's also... It's like, like a Pixar movie or the ones that so the adults can watch it and the kids because you've made it really funny.
Yes.
Actually, you're funny too. You're a funny guy.
Well, I think in this autistic moments, I'm going to jazz this baby up with a whole lot of sound effects to try and make it better.
Oh.
I'm just going to be adding a whole lot of layers to the shit cake.
So then, obviously, I don't know that now.
No.
Right now, but then everyone else will go, oh, that's what he was doing. That's
what he did. What was she talking about? It was amazing.
Yes. Oh, okay. Sounds good. All right. Over and out.
See you next time.